What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another week of news, nerds, and a show that's not funded by outside Russian authorities. Anyway, I'm throwing shade, man. I put this thing together on spit.
See, we've never had to have that disclaimer, but I do feel like it's appropriate.
Yes, just in the sphere of news that's happened this week, we are solely funded by
Jason.
And any earnings we get on YouTube, so if y'all want to help us out, and you're not Russian, please feel free. Anyway, guys, I am Jason X. Over there's Cass.
My name is Cass.
That's, anyway. Over there, turning the knobs, making everything sound and look pretty, is not only Cora.
Hi, Clive Barker is the GOAT, and if you disagree with me, you're just fundamentally wrong.
I can't argue that.
He made a game change their protagonist because he wasn't hot enough.
Okay, and over there also helping out, a good friend of ours, Ben Stevens is helping out with audio this week. If you notice that things sound pretty good this week, I'm hoping so. Yeah, it's going to be a good week. Unfortunately, Kat's not with us this week, which we'll get her next week. I hope everybody enjoyed our newest...
I put her in a trunk. Just for fun.
Okay, I'm glad it's not that hot in Texas.
Was it a car trunk, or was it like one of those trunks you put at the end of your bed?
It's like a hope chest.
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
Situation.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As long as she's got snacks, she'll be fine.
Yeah, she's hanging.
Speaking of Kat, I hope y'all enjoyed our newest D&D episode, which is up on the channel. We did get to play this Saturday. Reuniting the Strong Guys. We need to work on that name.
No, we need to keep
it. It was intense. It was. There was a lot of feelings.
It was. I'm wondering where we go from here. But yeah, if you haven't gotten caught up with all the episodes, go check those out. But it was fun. Can't wait.
I loved it.
It was
2
so
weeks
much
from now.
fun.
So much fun.
I enjoyed getting to stand up to Alabroth's bullshit a little bit. Because my character doesn't do that because I don't like doing that. Because I don't like confrontation.
And finally, Octavia wasn't the one giving off rancid vibes.
Yes, Albroth is young. He's kind of stupid. But, you know, hey.
I loved it. I was 1,000%
absolutely.
a fan of all of that. I thought it was so much fun.
I do like that before game and during our break, Jason was making adamantly sure that we knew that this was Alabroth, not him. He also thinks Alabroth is being stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally want to make him dumb on this one.
We know that.
And make sure you pick up your friend tape. I need to cut all the JTX
do a JTX
products
compilation.
and just do a compilation of... Some of them were pretty funny. Some of them I pull out of my
Maybe
ass.
put the Benny Hill theme like in the background.
That'd be... Is that... Gotta make sure it's license free.
It is license free, I thought.
Oh, snap. I feel like...
I'll double check that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a copyright lawyer. Anyway, hi.
So yeah, we're here. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news.
I'm sorry, Cass, I forgot to fix your camera.
You did?
Okay.
Oh,
Do we want to go to somebody else in the meantime?
you want to go to me, and then I can just start up? I guess.
I forgot to do Jason's camera.
Oh, we don't have cameras.
Baby girl.
Oh wait, no, I see
My
my camera right
sweet-
here. It's there. Oh,
my
but
sweet darling.
It's not tuned in.
All right, so to explain, we were doing a lot of stuff to really try and fix the sound this week. I'm going to leave it on the main camera.
Okay.
As long as I'm in frame, I think I can do
Yeah,
this.
just go ahead and hit that one up and while she does her thing.
All right. I want to start with the truly cursed trailer that we got this week. I think it was yesterday. The Minecraft trailer. Jason, did you watch the Minecraft trailer?
I totally watched the Minecraft trailer, which I think is about 5 years too late.
It's about 5 years too late, and I do appreciate that we're going for something really nostalgic, something that we haven't seen for a while, which is a truly horrendous video game movie made of nonsense and bullshit. This movie has a decent cast.
I'm looking at the cast for this movie.
Love Jack Black. Love Jason Momoa. I love Danielle Brooks.
Danielle Brooks. We got Jennifer Coolidge in this.
Got Jennifer Coolidge.
Matt Berry, Steve Carell.
Matt Berry, my love.
Clement is in this, and Kate McKinnon. Sorry.
But we got a truly cursed. This
I don't know about cursed.
The sheep
No,
make me
the
so
sheep-
uncomfortable.
The fact that
But they're
80% of the jokes were
It's supposed to be what it
animal
is.
based, and no, this is nonsense. This is not where it's at.
It's like, are we going like a Jumanji thing where he's got yanked in there or something?
It's what it looked
Maybe.
like.
Because he ain't square. He's not square like everybody else. Even though Steve is square in the games.
Yeah.
Do not ask me to not ask me.
We're
to
not
do
doing a
Minecraft.
deep
No,
Minecraft lore
No,
video.
no, we are not.
right
No.
now.
Absolutely not.
Why
And,
would I
like,
look up lore?
To be fair, I've played Minecraft very little.
I tried.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Not my vibe.
But I did try.
I built some stuff. I messed around for a little bit. That's about it.
My child has built things more.
Yeah.
More impressive
Which
than
is
I've
who
ever
it's
done in
for.
Minecraft.
Which
So-
is who it's for. It's for pretty much kids and people that want to build something cool.
Or as they
which
said,
is
Rick
fair.
and Morty. Is this for people with ADHD? Because I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do in Minecraft is go in creative mode and build things because I don't want to fight things. I just want to make cute little houses.
And I've
or a
seen
cute little
absolutely
town.
fantastic things built in this
Yeah.
universe. None of which are in the trailer. Which,
I-
for a game that is about building and creating in creator mode, which is where a lot of people spend a lot of their time, there wasn't anything like truly cool built in the game. Like it wasn't
I mean, we got
visually
a
interesting to
small
look
trailer,
at.
Okay.
The-
The movie's in post production right now. It's supposed to be like an early kind of summer movie.
All right,
like
but
April.
you have to put your whole
What? Go ahead.
your whole no, that's inappropriate for me to say. You have to
I don't know.
invest in it. I was gonna say put your whole into it.
Oh, well, you could just say half-ass and say put your whole ass in. There.
Put your whole ass
There you
into
go.
it, and
Put your
it
whole
doesn't
ass
feel
in.
like they did.
Yeah, everything that's squares still feels rounded. Like they did rounded squares instead
Yeah.
of straight squares.
Instead
which
of committing.
Okay.
yeah,
No,
instead of
no,
committing.
no.
No. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that as a nitpick.
Go ahead.
But also, and everyone has been saying this, and I have to agree, it is really weird that it's not fully animated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Mm.
If
like
we're-
let's
Okay.
say, like you could have a live action section where you have the actors, and then when they get sucked into Minecraft, they have Minecraft versions of their characters. That would have been
Fun.
more interesting.
Actually,
Yeah.
they did that with Telltale, didn't they? They did a Minecraft series from Telltale.
Did they?
I do recall that. I will look it up, but I'm pretty sure there was a
I mean,
Telltale.
I'm not disbelieving you. That's
Yeah,
just
the-
kind of wild.
Yeah, but
But yeah, like
something
and it
like
could have
that.
been fun if they had done that. It could have been very Uncanny Valley if they tried to
Yeah.
go in the middle. But like we've seen Community did an episode where they get into a video game and they're their own avatars. But
Minecraft
within-
story mode, was it?
yeah, there's a story mode, so there's like lore.
deep lore. I've
yeah.
seen
The-
some videos. I've seen some longer
It's
than FNAF
also
videos.
the cartoonish hyper realism, which is not sitting well with me.
Can we talk about this pink coat that Jason Momoa had on that was suspiciously the same shade as the sheep? I'm just saying.
He straight up killed that sheep.
Yeah, he murdered.
Oh, it's
Somewhere a
slaughtered,
sheep gets
yeah.
killed for warmth.
Yeah,
Which,
that,
you know.
that's Minecraft.
Okay.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
he's still on the yes list for me. So
Oh, okay,
that's
fine, yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
Anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for
Jason-
mentioning your thirst stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Have you
This
seen
is a
him?
thirsty show.
huh?
I was like, have you seen him?
I mean, yeah.
We thirst for hunks here.
Okay.
Hold on. Anyway.
Oh,
Truly-
I can't disrespect. He did give me that fist bump.
Oh, well, I'm going to talk about Erika Ishii for a little bit
He
later.
did
so.
give me that fist bump that one time, and I gotta say, I did.
Hitting
That,
both.
And I did shout out I love you. As he
when
said.
did you shout that
To
out?
Jason Momoa?
When?
One of the fan expos or fan days.
Well,
or
that's
whatever.
just okay. So
I love you, random citizen.
April
Exactly. That was the
2025, and look. I kind of want to see this.
I already know that we're gonna end up taking the youngest in our household to see it because.
Oh, but he's real creative on Minecraft. I've seen this.
Oh yeah, he is insane on Minecraft.
I mean, I have a bad movie night crew, so I'm going to end up saying it as
It may not
well.
be bad. Don't judge it already. Stop. Okay.
On a scale of
I have
1 to 10, how much faith do you have in this movie?
Literally no dog in the fight on Minecraft.
Yeah.
I have no opinion, but I'm gonna go watch it.
And like, I'm trying to soften my opinions a little bit on this show, but like, oof, this is a hard pass.
Yeah, this is very clearly not made for anyone on this show. However,
How do you say that?
as film critics, we are allowed to
Dunk.
dunk on it a little, because this trailer didn't give a lot of hope. I was
really
I was
didn't.
mostly disappointed, I think, in Jack Black's
It
appearance.
could have been a better trailer.
It
But
could've-
it was
yeah.
the first one. Hey,
Yeah, I am willing
We got time.
to abstain from my vicious takes
Mockery.
on it, my vicious mockery of this franchise.
It was right there.
And I know, I was trying not to.
I expect a longer
No,
Super Bowl
lean
trailer.
in.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
like the Super Bowl or whenever we get another trailer.
Yeah.
And if that next trailer has not restored some faith, I'm gonna be mean.
Yeah.
Mm.
I watched this and the Arcane trailer back to back, so it was
Oh.
very difficult for me to be generous to this trailer.
You went from a Ritz cracker to a saltine.
No, you should from a club cracker. Club crackers are better than Ritz.
Are we dunking on? Wait, what?
Okay.
What's the
We're doing
bag?
a cracker
I
hierarchy.
thought Ritz was the better cracker, but she says the.
I mean,
Oh,
I
I
feel
like saltines.
I feel like I would know
That's nice.
crackers.
See,
I feel like Cass and I would know crackers better though.
Are we allowed
I mean, that's y'all's word.
Ooh. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see when Minecraft.
This went in a totally different
so
direction.
sorry.
Anyway, Minecraft.
Wow. All right. Moving on.
Corey, are you ready with cameras, or you want to go?
Oh yeah, cameras are as good as they're gonna.
Go right ahead. You can.
Thanks,
you can-
Anne Hathaway.
I'll go next. Go.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the story out of the way that Jason doesn't want me to talk about.
Oh, I'm
The
leaving it
iconic.
alone.
No, you gotta stay. I'm gonna need everyone to dust off, or to throw, I shouldn't even say dust off. Throw your Team Edward and Team Jacob shirts in the wash. I know you have them.
Control my bile more.
I'm also gonna need you to dust off your copy of the soundtrack and just start playing
Supermassive black hole.
Supermassive Black Hole, because we've got more Twilight coming.
Hey.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Why?
Netflix has greenlit an animated series
get the-
for Twilight. Now here is where it's
Kiss.
going to get interesting. It is not based off of the normal Twilight books.
Oh.
It is based off Midnight Sun, which is the same, which
Oh,
is
God.
the first book, but from Edward's perspective,
No.
which nobody liked.
Yeah.
Stephanie Meyer will not be a writer on this. She will be an executive producer.
Mm.
And the writer for this, as well as executive producer credit, is going to be, and I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, and I'm just so sorry. Sindade Daly.
Okay.
He is the writer for The Walking Dead World Beyond, as well as The Get Down, that is also on Netflix.
It's The Walking Dead World Beyond.
And you did
It-
Get Down? Oh.
I don't know what The Walking Dead World Beyond is. That there's no way that show is going to be good
Well.
because it is just a continuation of The Walking Dead. But whatever. The Get Down is a show on Netflix. I looked a little bit
Yeah.
into it. It has a high rating.
I like
Yeah.
it. No, I love
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah. So it's also Lionsgate is also going to be a part of this because I mean they were part of the
Well,
original
yeah.
movies.
Are voices I need to know.
We don't know. This was just
Oh.
announced today.
Very recently. So I assume you haven't. Have you read?
I tried to read Twilight.
Two chapters.
I couldn't do it.
So I've read all four books. I've read all 4 books.
Yeah.
I did not read Midnight Sun, but I read the rest of them because I was 16 in 2008 when the first Twilight movie came out.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I would like it, but I wanted to understand the hype. So I read all the books in like a month and a half. They're easy reads.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. Midnight. Doing a TV show based on Midnight Sun is absolutely bonkers because there is, and I know ContraPoints put out a almost 3-hour video about Twilight and why it's interesting, why the themes are interesting, and I don't disagree. But Edward Cullen does, it is abusive in a lot of ways, and I know that it's abusive in a very PG-13 way, but like writing a book from the perspective of the person who is doing the stalking is already a little iffy. Doing a TV show based on that book from Edward's perspective is not only kind of boring because his whole thing is just that he's obsessed, but like it makes me uncomfortable. A little bit uncomfortable,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't know about it.
Here's
I don't-
my thing,
Okay.
because I haven't watched all the movies yet. I've been watching them slowly with my roommates.
I've watched.
One of which being Mia,
Yeah.
who also read all the books.
Yeah.
Watched all the movies. And I need everyone to understand my love for these movies is not because I think they're good. They are so fun to rip apart, and also it's really fun to watch specifically with Mia, because they will say something and then she'll pause and go, all right, was that in the book or did they add this line? None of us have a good track record on this.
No.
Like, the only one I've gotten right is Hold On, Spider Monkey. I was like, that's in the book, isn't it?
Yes.
She's like, oh yes.
Yeah.
It's always baffling lines.
I almost got kicked out of a movie theater because we went to go see Twilight in the theater and made fun of it so hard and so loud that, genuinely got talked to by the manager.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Amazing to rip apart.
I made an opinion one time as people were lined up at North Park for like when the premiere of one of them, and I thought the people were going to try to rip me apart.
Yeah.
I mean, the numbers would have gotten me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and admit,
Yeah.
I can throw down with plenty of people, but
Very, very World War Z.
if you get like 75 of them, I can't really do much.
Yeah.
I do wonder if the Twi moms are going to come out again for this.
I mean, they are moms now.
I can tell you
No,
that,
there's going to be more Twi moms then.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I can tell you that when I worked at a movie theater and the first 50 Shades came out, and they were in full force at the time, my manager put out a wet floor sign right outside the theater.
Oh!
I do that joke.
I mean,
I
that's
thought it was
good.
hilarious.
I tried
good.
reading the first book. I got 2 chapters in, and I was like, I do not like this
No,
book.
it's very...
This is way before the movies. I ended up just
Yeah,
trading it off because,
And, like, it's meant for, like, 15-year-old girls, and, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
like I said, they threw it in a box of books that was meant for like the military.
Yeah.
And that thing gets torn apart like 50 Shades people at the movie. So you get whatever you get when you reach your hand in. That's it. And I got Twilight. Oh, vampires, cool.
Oh, whatever,
No.
If you want to read a
Don't.
teen romance book for vampires,
This is a fine one.
I would like to recommend a book called The Silver Kiss. It is much more interesting, and the vampire is not a creepy stalker.
The Silver Kiss, wouldn't that kill him? No, that's
Also, if you are looking for an abusive vampire TV show, might I recommend Interview with the Vampire now on Netflix. Absolutely iconic.
When is this debacle supposed to be subjected to?
We don't know yet. That's not been announced.
Okay, it's animated.
But
That's
I both do and don't want Powerhouse to animate this.
Oh no!
No, I want Powerhouse to animate this because I really like their style, and I just think that they could make me actually enjoy the characters.
Don't put the stinking
However,
Powerhouse.
that is a waste of their talent because there is not enough action in Twilight to
There's
no, my
really
notes.
not.
Animators crying the whole time.
Yeah, although
I will
And
say,
not being overworked.
Twilight being an anime would kind of fit in a lot of ways, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
be
high
so
school,
fun.
very, like, teenagers with superpowers.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to this, but in a way of I hope it's so bad that it's good, like the movies.
Oh, absolutely.
I wonder if they're gonna put that like blue.
I think there's a good
filter over
chance that happens.
Yeah. You know what? No, I'm not going to get into my opinions about Twilight cinematography.
No.
We would get way too
We would be here
in-depth.
forever.
Yeah.
That's another
I could talk
episode
about this for an
Yeah,
hour.
we look forward to maybe in the future having an episode where Cass and I just talk about Twilight, and we'll have Mia.
Specifically the cinematography of the
Yeah.
first one,
Yes.
which slapped.
Yeah, that. Anyway, Jason, what would you like to speak about?
I gotta
that
follow
isn't
that?
Twilight?
Jeez.
Yeah, you gotta follow
Okay.
up.
Whoops, I accidentally turned that on. San Diego Comic-Con, we got to see some trailers for things. One of the things I've always said that DC does right is their animated universe movies. They are really good, except they keep kind of rebooting them, and it sucks. I'm hoping that this one is the final time. But one of the trailers that we saw was Creature Commandos, which is basically Suicide Squad, but with monsters. And we have a date for this now, December 5th. I did not think this was that far along, and I'm really excited because we've got not only a star-studded cast for this one, we've got, of course, Viola Davis coming back as Amanda Waller. I will accept no one else as Amanda Waller at this point. We are getting David Harbour as Frankenstein, Indira Varma as the Bride of Frankenstein, Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus, Zoe Chow as Nina Marzurski. I'm not the fish lady.
Yeah.
I don't know why she has a normal name out of everybody, but G.I. Robot played by Sean Gunn, which G.I. Robot was the best
Icon.
part of that trailer.
Icon.
Yes. This will be basically the Suicide Squad concept has been put to rest because They're human beings, believe it or not. So they decided to go with something a little more monstrous, and it's bringing out some more obscure characters in DC's universe, which we've seen a lot of success when you go with characters you don't have to rely on a whole bunch of backstory for.
I mean, Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
No, sorry, The Suicide Squad. Right? That's the second one? Had
Yes,
a lot
the
of
second
characters
one.
that, like,
and
I
it's
didn't
funny
know.
you should mention that, but who was behind that one? James Gunn,
Yeah.
who will also be heading up this one.
Icon.
So I was excited for this one when we saw it at Comic-Con. I like DC's animated stuff. There's a lot of hidden gems in there.
There are. I think it's a little hit and miss personally, but like when they hit, they hit.
Peter Safran is producing this one. But yeah, this is supposed to be, mind you, R-rated. Don't take the kids, or
Yeah.
it will be debuting on Max in December 15th. So
Yeah.
your kids don't need to watch this one. They may sneak away and watch it because
If Indira Varmus sounds kind of vaguely familiar, she was the main Sand Snake in Game of Thrones. She was the one that was hanging out with Pedro Pascal. She's also Luther's wife in the Idris Elba-led detective show. She's she's amazing. Anything she does is perfect.
the one character I'm most excited about is like, okay, so we're used to Frankenstein, Mary Shelley.
Yeah.
Nah, Frankenstein in the comics is like very well spoken.
I mean, Frankenstein in the original book is very well
he
spoken.
can get a good brain, you know? So-
Yeah.
Yeah, he not only does he have a good brain, but he's also hot.
Yeah.
They specifically say that he is hot.
Yeah, I really appreciate them reaching back to the original book, which is a good book, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, Frankenstein, the original book, it's really interesting and has some deep
honestly,
philosophical elements.
I was having that conversation with Mary Shelley is really the mother of
Yes.
the
for
sci-fi.
sure, for sure. Yeah.
And if we want to get even further, Lucille Ball helped get Star Trek.
Yeah,
So-
she is the
Queens.
the grandmother.
Yeah,
I
we
would
need
say.
we need to completely
Yeah.
recognize these women's contribution to the sci-fi genre.
Yeah, Star Trek would not have
Women
happened
in
without Lucille.
horror.
But yeah, Peter Gunn, really busy dude because he is trying to spearhead everything in the DC entertainment universe. I guess trying to keep it all together. But
I'm happy
this is
for him.
one I'm ready for. They're also working on Peacemaker season 2, which is where he was actually asked questions on this. So
Yeah.
Peacemaker was a damn good series. So Creature Commandos, December 5th, bring it on. We'll be on our break. So
At some point, I think I will dive into Peacemaker. I haven't watched it because I'm still angry with him for killing a man that I love, Rick Flag. I love Joel Kinnaman. I have ever since The Killing, and I was incensed. I was so angry when he died. So I have to forgive John Cena for that.
you know, somebody has to die in a movie called The Suicide Squad. Which,
There's so many people died. So many people died. So many.
Expect a high body count.
Yeah.
And
Which is fair.
I like, don't get me wrong, I like Joel Kinnaman. He was an actor I did not like and
No, I think it's great.
I ended up liking him. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's not voicing Rick Flag in here, which is kind of a shame.
Unfortunate.
Anyway, yeah, December 5th, Creature Commandos, bring it on.
Nice.
All right.
It's back to you now.
All right. So, likely on or near October 11th of this year, you will get to see a movie that Donald Trump tried to shut down with a cease and desist letter. It is based on Donald Trump. It's called The Apprentice. And who will be playing Donald Trump? None other than Sebastian Stan.
What?
We got a
Wait,
clip.
that's Sebastian Stan?
That is Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump. We got a clip today, and ooh, this is not going to be a comfortable movie for people to watch. This is, based on Donald Trump and The Apprentice. The movie is called The Apprentice. I know very little about this movie. There's not a lot out about this movie. But knowing that Donald Trump's people sent a cease and desist letter to this production makes me want to...
The two will be sipped.
I love it so much. They called it a concoction of lies that repeatedly defames President Trump and constitutes direct foreign interference in America's elections. The foreign interference that they're talking about is Canada. It was a Canadian production.
Wait,
And his lawyers swore that if the movie did not immediately cease and desist all distribution and marketing of this libelous farce, then the Trump team would be forced to pursue all appropriate legal remedies. They didn't follow up on that.
They never did.
Of course not.
So, yeah, this is going to be a movie that's
my
coming
God.
out.
All right,
Oh, boy.
now I have to
They-
see it out of
When
spite.
do we get this?
On or near October 11th, they actually don't have
Ooh.
full distribution yet. This is kind of making the festival list, so like we're not 100% sure.
Ooh.
Sebastian Stan. Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with him, and almost every time I see him, I'm impressed with him.
Yeah.
Also, if you look to his right is Jeremy Strong from Succession, who is an absolute powerhouse. He's a little bit of a weirdo. He was in Succession. He was in Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of the Chicago 7, which is a really interesting piece about the riots surrounding the DNC in the 1960s, I believe.
What is this airing on, by the way? You said Netflix?
This is making the festivals right now. We don't actually have distribution
Oh,
for sure.
okay.
They talked about it at Cannes. As far as I know, we don't have who's going to be distributing it.
I was curious because Netflix also has greenlit the story of Vince McMahon. And
That's gonna be fun.
it's not going to be flattering
no,
at
it's
all.
not.
Which, I mean, I thought, maybe Netflix was like teaming up on who they're going to drag or whatever. So, believe me, there's a lot to drag Vince by. But anyway,
Oh, for sure.
I would love to see. I would love to see
Yeah.
this movie though.
If I have to buy this movie, I will fucking buy it.
All right, let's just go
Yeah.
to Cannes.
Probably.
There's an animated movie my wife wants to see at Cannes too. The cat one.
Locally, this is probably going to
oh.
show up at
Someone will get
what is
distribution.
the there's one in Plano, there's one in Dallas. What is the local,
Oh, I
The-
forgot.
Oh, dang it.
what are they called?
The Magnolia. No,
Is it
wait, not.
Magnolia?
is
I mean,
it?
that's the theater it's usually at.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Yeah, Magnolia,
Yeah.
Independent Theater. Anyway. I mean, when someone
I'm
sends out a cease and desist on it,
interested.
I'm interested in it immediately. You don't want something out there. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I will probably go watch that.
Yeah. I'm excited.
All right.
It's going to be good.
I'm trying to think. Should I go with something?
Angelica.
Oh, the Angelica.
Oh, the Angelica too.
Probably show up at the Angelica.
Cool, let's
should I
go.
go with something good or something bad?
Bad, so we can end on good.
Okay, bad it is. A couple of months ago, we did the. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's your turn.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm sorry. I got out of the loop. Cora, go right ahead, and I'll do something bad.
I will do something good to do a little sandwich. Something good, something bad, something good, something bad. We'll just keep doing a little sandwich. This is just this is more for me, but it's very interesting still. Oshinoko, it's still one of the biggest anime that High Dive has. They're getting a stage play, but it's not just like a normal stage play. So this is going to be featuring the 2.5D stage play arc of the show, where they are putting on a play called Tokyo Blade. So this is going to be a show that has a play within a play. And the advertising for the show is not just the poster that I have on screen now, but it's also posters showcasing the play they're doing. They even have a video out for Tokyo Blade. I just think that's very fun, and I like it when shows do that. Maybe that's why I like Midsummer Night's Dream so much, because it's a play within a play.
Also, noises off.
That too. But this will be coming to the Theater H in Tokyo, December 13th through the 22nd. It'll also be coming to the Umbra Arts in Osaka, December 26th through 29th.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, if you like, Oshinoko is basically a show where people are lying, because stage presence and all of that, and it uncovers the disgusting underbelly of idols in Japan,
Which they have a problem.
which is a big problem. And in addition to
And it's not getting any better.
it's not getting any better. Maybe it will after this, but the show focuses on Ai, who is the main character. She, in the first episode, gets how did someone put it? Control-Alt-Deleted from life. And in front of her children who are reincarnated souls of people who were her biggest fans, which is weird, but we don't need to talk about that. Yeah, it's weird. It gets weird, but it's actually a really good show, and it's very well animated.
Okay.
I cannot get over how well it's animated. If any of that sounded interesting, any part of it, give it a shot. High Dive is worth it. High Dive has a lot of really good anime. I think that even though it doesn't have the same library that Crunchyroll has, it focuses on quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
Nice.
That's all.
Okay.
Play within a play. Yay. And it's not a musical this time. Well, it'll probably have music in there somewhere. I mean, idols.
Curses.
It's like pop music.
I could get into the Grab Your Idol thing. That's a whole other show that I don't want to get into.
That's fair. But
I know all about it. Anyway.
What do you got for us, Jason?
Let me see. So, bad news. We did our PlayStation Showcase not too long ago, and one of the games that headlined the showcase was Concord, which was releasing in just a few weeks. It was a kind of a mission-based team play kind of Overwatch thing that you couldn't really explain. That it had all of these cutscenes and voice acting that they did so much work on. And it released on August 26th, and it will be taken offline September 6th, with them offering refunds to all players. This game has been playable for 2 weeks, sold at full price PlayStation 5, and we looked at that trailer, and I had zero interest in this game.
Yeah.
It had a good cutscene, but once they started getting to the game mechanics and how the actual gameplay was going to be, I lost interest. And I did not get it. I get lots of games, but clearly other people felt the same thing I did, because they went live with an abysmally low player base. We are talking 4 figures.
Oh.
This is a top tier crew that worked on this game.
Yeah.
And no one was interested. And I can't tell you if the game was good or not because I did not play it. I lost interest when I saw the first trailer for it. It had the opposite effect that a trailer is supposed to have. It was announced, the director of the game, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Concord will be taken offline to Sony, and developer Fireworks Studios can explore options, including those that will better reach our players. The game was removed from sale digitally almost immediately.
Wow.
And the Steam numbers for this game coming out, I've never seen anything like this. There was zero interest in this game. I mean, I'll admit, that trailer looked good, but I looked at it and was like, where's the substance? Too many times we have gotten games where the trailer looked good, and I think a lot of people are turned off by that because you find like the actual gameplay, and it almost seemed like a repetitive grind a little bit.
Yeah, there's a reason that for the most part when I'm looking at a game I wait for a gameplay trailer, because anybody can make an animation look good. Mm-hmm. It all depends on the gameplay.
I'm sorry. It came out on the 23rd. It's 11 days after the launch this game was removed.
Good damn.
They didn't even make it 2 weeks. It will be no longer able to play it on the 6th. Let me see. Sold as few as 25,000 units. I'm sorry.
That's rough.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Their peak concurrent was 697 players.
Oof. Big oof.
Yeah, and we got the whole Justice League Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. A game that I played for a day, and I found it to be repetitive, a grind, and not a very...
kind of got dunked on.
Yeah, but they had 12,000 at their peak concurrent, and they considered that a bomb.
Which is still, yeah.
697. So this is another thing. Also, this was that was Warner Brothers. $200 million to get that game out. Concord went through 8 years of development and $10 million. 10 if not hundreds of millions of dollars. Sony normally does not miss. This is a miss. This is a miss that's going to hurt. I don't know what to say about it because, I mean, I had no interest.
Yeah.
And clearly other people did.
I'm wondering if video games are going to go through the same issue that a lot of movies have been going through recently, which is that you cannot put out a blockbuster movie or video game once a week and have them all succeed. And movies, it literally is once a week in a lot of ways.
I do question what came out the week before that. I have to look at the releases.
That's what I'm wondering, because video games are a lot more expensive than movies, both to produce in a lot of ways and to buy. You know, you're
paying $70 per game. I know because
you pay, what, $12, $15 to go to the movie theater, or nothing if it's on streaming. You pay $60 a lot of times for a lot of these games.
On streaming. You pay your fees.
Yeah,
That's a little different.
Yeah, but
It works
I
out
gotcha.
different. Anyway.
so I'm wondering if we're gonna start going through that issue.
Like I said, I wish I had more of an opinion because I didn't even try it, but nothing appealed to me. But I guess a lot of other gamers felt what I was feeling at the time.
Yeah.
And this was their headline at State of Play. This was the first game,
Yeah.
like, hey, and it's coming
were
out
really
in
excited
just
about
a few
it.
weeks,
Yeah.
guys.
And the crowd wasn't even hyped for it.
No, they were not. People were just like, maybe I'll wait to see more. Clearly, they lied. Them people lied. I didn't. I was true from the beginning. I'll wait till someone else plays it and some reviews come out of it. But
Yeah.
If there's nothing of substance for both the players that are playing it for story and the players that are playing it to just shoot a gun, you have no game.
That's a shame because this was Firewalk's big step into the big leagues. And
Yeah.
It makes me wonder about the development then. Like, what happened behind the scenes that we don't know? Because this was 8 years.
But also, I mean, is it really giving it? I mean, even like games like, what was it with the spaceship game?
Outer? No.
The
The one that where nothing happened?
But it gave it a chance. They did some patches and stuff, and it came Cyberpunk. It happened with Cyberpunk. They let it get out there, did some fixes, and made the game better. Starfield. That's it. I think it was Starfield. I'm thinking of. But Starfield actually was made fun. I went back and tried it.
Yeah,
it was a lot better. But man,
I was thinking of No Man's Sky.
oh wait,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it is No Man's Sky. Sorry, wrong.
I hated that game.
But they came back and supposedly made it
They
playable.
did,
but
yeah. Yeah. Where
This
it
didn't even get a
just, here's a
chance.
different version of Deer.
I'm just surprised at how quickly they pulled the plug on this one. But anyway, yeah.
That makes me think there's something
If you
else
paid in
going
cash,
on.
they said
Yeah.
go talk to your retailer, see if you can get your money back. Anybody digitally, once the game is taken offline, you will be refunded your money. So,
Oofers.
ooh,
Big
indeed.
oof.
Think you can bring it back up from that one? I'll try later.
Yes, I do.
Oh. I know Cora's last story, so she'll definitely... We're ending on a high note. This is good.
All right. So, if you're a fan of Dimension 20, which I know you are,
Whoop, whoop.
if you're a fan of the Intrepid Heroes, which is like the quote-unquote main cast, so Fantasy High, Unsleeping City, Crown of Candy, Starstruck Odyssey, and Never After. These are the same core people that have done all of these seasons. In April of this year, they did a series of one-shots. Their D&D is already unhinged in a lot of ways. This
They've
is
got Brandon Lee Mulligan
a
running
new level of unhinged that is going to be releasing in September 12th and 19th are the first two shows, and the rest of them probably in December. So, Brennan did not prepare anything. The players did not prepare anything. From what I can tell, they were randomly assigned previous characters from these seasons to play in one of the worlds that Brennan has set up, again randomly, with no preparation.
Oh, God.
Randomly assigned their own characters. So people from the Never After thrown into Fantasy High, people from Unsleeping thrown into Crown of Candy. These worlds are just mixed at random. It's called Time Quangle. This is absolute. This is madness. This is D&D. D&D is already unhinged by its very nature because it's an improv show. These are comedians that were thrown into random encounters.
Duke on, because I have questions.
The foes are also random. Who they're facing is also randomized. Nobody prepared anything. They just threw these characters into these worlds.
Okay, I need more. I need who are our cast?
Okay, so the Intrepid Heroes are Brennan Lee Mulligan,
Okay.
Siobhan Thompson, Zach Oyama, what is his first name? Brian Murph, Emily Axford, Allie Beardsley, and Lou Wilson. So these are the again the core cast of Dimension 20. These absolute icons. This is ridiculous. This is absolute insanity.
Okay, here in the cast,
start to finish.
Having just been introduced to Dimension 20.
Yeah.
This is a good cast. This is the cast I need for this.
These are our Intrepid Heroes. These are who you know. If you know Dimension 20, these are our guys. This is insanity. I am such a huge fan of these people in particular, and I knew that they were doing shows in April. This is in, like, the UK and, like, Scotland. No, the UK and Ireland, because Ireland's not...
Mm-hmm.
Ireland's funky.
How many countries are in this country? 7?
Anyway.
Yeah. This is crazy. This is insanity start to finish.
I gotta say, like, any other DM I would be worried.
Yeah.
But Brennan, because I've seen his improv with other shows on Dropout.
For sure. Yeah.
I fully trust him, and I cannot wait to see how many anti-capitalist messages are in there because he runs out of things to say.
Same narrative.
That boy.
No, I love it. I love that that's so consistent that it can be put on a freaking bingo card.
Yeah. Which was literally the case in one of the Game Changer episodes.
Yeah,
he was a bingo
watched
card.
that one the other night.
I have become a huge fan of Smarty Pants, by the way.
Smarty Pants is so
Smarty
good.
Pants slaps.
I'm so glad I got into it.
I think we introduced you to that because of the Spider-Man needs to sing the N-word.
As a person, God damn. Just
Miles Morales, obviously.
Also, one of my favorites on there was Erika Ishii explaining why the government needs to build her a Gundam.
Yeah.
Because I have waited to hear that argument all my life.
I quite enjoyed it. I don't remember her name, but she is my favorite now for this one presentation. And it was, is this a drag name or is this a wrestling name? And that was the whole presentation, and she even had like a wrestling uniform under her
I
nice
have to
clothes.
get to that one.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's my favorite.
All right, so I got another thing to catch up on Dimension 20. Damn it. It's my work show, like the stuff on there.
No, that's absolutely fair. If you have not checked out Never After, it's my personal favorite. Never After is the horror season. It is with the Intrepid Heroes, and has...
There's a lot to get through.
Has, and this is a little bit too serious, I think, for this show, has Pinocchio, is played by Lou Wilson, who is a black man. And the idea is that he is not allowed the same transgressions as other children because of his nature. And that when he screws up, the consequences are significantly...
To quote the Wayans brothers, message!
Like, it's so intense, and it's so interesting. And that is not erased by the fact that the entire show he talks in falsetto, because it's Pinocchio! And so he talks up here for the entire season.
Nope, I'm out.
It's absolutely iconic. By the way, if you love Erika Ishii, which we all do,
I hate y'all.
she will be doing a stint at the 20-Sided Tavern in New York, which is very similar to Time Quangle, in that everything is determined at random or by the audience. She's doing a stint as the game master from December 5th to 17th, so you have time to buy tickets.
I don't want to go to New York. 20-Sided Tavern, if you want to come here, though, we will be there every day you're here.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Felicia Day is going to do a stint. Abria Iyengar, Queen, is going to do a stint, and so is Erika Ishii. Yeah,
Damn it.
all the D&D stuff. Yeah, obviously
It's like
Erika
my Charlie's
Ishii.
Angels of nerdy girls.
Kat and I's best friend that we met and hung out with and just, had a beer with. We took one picture.
That would have been enough for me. Anyway.
She's iconic.
Are you done? Did you want to just finish off with that? Just like
Yeah, I'm going to melt
twist
into a
the knife
puddle
thing?
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cor, we're ending on a good note.
All right. Oh, am I the last?
Yeah.
No, you're next.
All right.
All the stories ended on a good note.
True. All right. I'm going to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam, The Origins. This originally, let me get my little notes out here. This originally was an anime that debuted in theaters in Japan, 6 episodes, from 2015 through 2018. It is a kind of kind of a rehash of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, specifically the manga that was written by Yoshikazu Yasuhiko, which was, of course, written after. It's all that. But Yasuhiko is a part of this anime. He was quite in charge of it. It was a big success, obviously. The story centers around the childhood and the early adulthood of Char Aznaiber, the guy with the mask, whomst we know as, like, the bad guy. As well as the Red Comet, who's an ace pilot who is acting as your antagonist for the movie, or for the show, against your goody two-shoes good boy protagonist, Amuro Ray. But with this, he has re-edited himself, Yasuhiko re-edited himself, the anime so that it could be in a 3-movie trilogy. So the first film is the, like, Char Sela arc. The second film is the Outbreak of War arc, and the final film is the Loam arc. So you're going to get all of that put into, like, into 3 little films, specifically done for the televised anniversary of Mobile Suit Gundam, the 45th one. So 45 years Gundam has been on TV. And that's just happy.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the first one because the RX-78 is just
It's so
the
iconic.
classic icon Gundam, beam rifle, beam sabers, the big shield. That is my jam. That is like it started everything too.
Yeah.
So
And I understood most of the words that you just said.
Gundam is a show, it's really difficult to, one, find which Gundam you can recommend to people, because all of them, while they have the same themes, have a different way of going about those themes.
there's a Gundam for
And
everybody.
there's a Gundam for everybody. There was one exception, I'll talk about that in a second, but, like, the overarching themes are war bad, child soldiers, giant robots doing cool things. Those are, like, the 3 main points that Gundam goes over. And how they go over it is different in each one. That's why it's so difficult to find one that's like, oh, yes, I can recommend this one to you. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I always recommend Gundam Wing as a default because it's just a really good one, and it's what brought Gundam as a big thing over here.
Here, let me run a test for you here. This hand of mine glows with an awesome power.
Its burning grip tells me to defeat you. Wait, yeah.
Take this,
No.
my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow, shining finger.
Yeah,
And also to you.
No, it's
the one that was the outlier for Gundam and is the one that is met with, like, the hit or miss is G Gundam, because instead of it being war bad, it is politics are interesting, but also what if instead of a war to talk about, like, classism, we decide to do Olympics, but with Gundam fights on Earth, and then we talk about the classism of the people that can't afford to live in space.
It's the one that we told you about has some slightly stereotypical Gundams, like Tequila Gundam.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
that's the
you
one
did
I was
tell me.
talking about.
Okay.
Which
All
it
right.
is important to note that every single country is is talked about with that level of, like, possible racism,
But-
and everybody loves it.
Because I talked about, that, like, Overwatch kind of
But-
did the same thing.
Yeah.
This is the OG though.
Yeah.
This is my jam.
Yeah, this is what started it. Because, like, we also have the movies that are available on Netflix as well that they've done in the past, like Char's Counterattack and everything, and Mobile Suit Gundam 1, 2, and 3. There's a Gundam for everyone. If you like giant robots fighting,
This might be controversial, and I think I've asked you. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What is Gundam? What does it mean?
So they're called Gundams because they're made out of Gundanium.
Okay.
So it's just notifying or signifying what material they're made out of.
But it's not one specific franchise?
It is, so Gundam itself is a franchise.
Okay.
In universe, the robots that are called Gundams are called that because of the material they're made out of. It's a much stronger material, kind of like vibranium.
They're special.
They're special. But Gundam itself is a franchise. There's a lot of it, but each series is its own contained story.
Okay.
So it's like, well, what if we set Gundam here?
So the fact that I've watched animes about big robots does not necessarily mean I've watched a Gundam.
Correct.
I've watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is about children piloting big robots. But that doesn't count.
There is a bit of like they got inspired by some Gundam there, which is fair. Like Gundam again has been around minimum 45 years.
Yeah, and like Attack on Titan.
No.
That I knew didn't count because it's not.
They're not even.
They don't pilot it. It's just them.
Yeah,
it's a whole.
It's just them.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's a Gundam for everyone. Finding the right Gundam is what's the fun part.
Let's start with the RX-78.
But it started with that one. So if you want to start from the beginning,
I mean, you know me. If there are themes of anti-fascism, and if there's just really up stories.
Yeah, Gundam Wing. Immediately Gundam Wing.
Right.
It is so anti-fascist. It's great.
Yeah, we got you.
But also, it's good. It doesn't take itself too seriously. That's the one that has the scene where one of your main characters rips a birthday invitation in front of the girl that gave it to him, wipes the tear from her eye, and then says, "I'll kill you."
Iconic. Yeah, the more
in front of everyone,
the better.
by the way. This wasn't alone. This was in front of the entire school.
Iconic.
Yeah, that's the show you get. Please
Things
watch
that I
Gundam
would
Wing.
not have had the
boy,
courage
she's
to do in
going
high
down the
school,
road.
for sure.
Exactly. Anyways, I'm coming down off my little Gundam soapbox. I'm just very excited.
She's coming down from her giant robot there.
It's great. Giant robots are fun.
I want to print Gundam soapbox on a t-shirt.
I'd wear that. Anyway.
Yes. Yay Gundam.
Nice.
That's the gist of the story. Yay Gundam.
I want to end with something we don't normally. I want to do a game review, actually.
All right.
I want to talk about the new Star Wars Outlaws game that I've been playing on PS5 for the past few days. A game that I think has been getting a lot of flack online because, you know, talking about stuff you hate tends to get more views than talking about something you love.
Sure.
But I would like to talk about something I love. I love Star Wars. I've always loved the ships in Star Wars. I've expressed that plenty of times on the show. Everyone wants to be a Jedi in these games. Everyone wants to be part of the Rebel Alliance. But, you know, some of us just want to be that guy that's just trying to make it in the universe. And that's what Star Wars Outlaws gives me. When you take on the role of a smuggler, thief, and scoundrel by the name of Kay Vess, who is literally thrown into this life of being a smuggler and trying to survive in a universe that's not in the New Republic. It's not so much an empire. It's on the Outer Rim, when all the crime syndicates are running things out there. And Kay is just trying to keep her ship running, work for a syndicate, try not to get killed by this other syndicate, try not to get wanted by the Imperials, and just try to make it through life. This is the game that I've always wanted. I get a ship, I get a speeder, I get a cute creature, I get a droid companion, and the game is very immersive. I literally played this all weekend while my wife was recovering from night shift, because it can side quest you to death before you play the main. Like, it's one of those games where you're side quest. I need to play a little bit of the main line to get a little bit more ahead, but then I'm going to go back to side questing because I need to build up my blaster and these grenades, and I need to get all these skills. I need to learn how to slice. I need to learn, slicing is their version of hacking in the game. Also, not get killed by the Imperials. And some people have made the comment, because this game is from Ubisoft, oh, they made Assassin's Creed in space. Yes, they did. Shut up. Except there's more blasting in it. There's not so much stealth missions.
Assassin's Creed, the concept slaps.
Yeah, you do have to do a lot of sneaking around because
sometimes
Kay Vess is alone and working, so you know you will get ganked if you ain't careful.
Ganked.
You will get there. There's
I've
like
heard that term since Supernatural.
you get jacked up. You get mollywopped. You get messed up. Okay.
Mollywopped?
Yes, mollywopped. There are three
Okay,
major
Grandpa.
factions: the Hutts, the Black Sun, and the Pikes are like the three major crime
Black
factions.
Sun.
And you gain as you do jobs for one, you'll gain better reputation. But if you work for this one, you might lose reputation with this other one. And the next time they see you, they might stick a blaster in your face. So you gotta have to like really balance who you're doing
No, that
jobs
shit
with.
slaps.
Yeah, that's
You really have
no,
to like.
that's good.
You can't do too much with one other group because they will. The other group will say, "Oh, well, you don't want to work for us." You get like threatening messages from other groups. Like if you can choose to like betray some too. Like, oh, I've got this intel, but they're gonna pay me more money for it, and you have to come to. I don't even say it's a moral question because you are a scoundrel. You are a scoundrel through and through. I'm stealing from people on the street because hey, they might have some credits I need. It is a fun game. Honestly, I would give this game probably a 7.5 out of 10 right now. Not one of the
Really?
best Star Wars games I played, but comparative to other things like in this time
Yeah.
and what it's capable of, I'm having a lot of fun. Now, I will criticize the game because it's Ubisoft. There might be a bug or two that I've run into.
Jinky.
There are some serious bugs in the game.
Do you glitch
There-
through the floor?
Actually, yes, there is some glitching through the floor. It's textbook
Got
Ubisoft.
it.
But there are other times
That's
you'll
the
load in
homework.
and things will be missing. There's some criticisms for some of the game mechanics in the game. Like one is where Kay picks up a weapon, but if you do anything else, she drops the weapon.
Oh, yeah.
And no one likes that, which
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't patch that by now, considering the outcry. But it's one of those things where it's in the game, I guess, but
Seems intentional and not like a glitch.
it seems
Just-
unnecessary, and no one
But
likes
a thing
it.
that they did that people didn't like.
Yeah, it's a thing
not
we
a
don't
glitch
like.
that they didn't intend.
But as far as like combining everything I love about Star Wars, where you literally go through a landing and takeoff sequence every time you leave a planet. I love the ships, and I love her ship in this one is called the Pathfinder, and you get to upgrade it, put a turret on it. I got to keep this thing running. I love that. And when you blast off, you go through the atmosphere, you see yourself, and then make it into space,
Yeah.
and then you have the space combat aspect of it, which I love. I love getting into dogfights in space, but also scavenging wrecks to try to get spare parts and things that I can sell to make me more credits. So there's this struggle. Also, if the game's got gambling in there, you can play Sabacc. I've always seen Sabacc in the Star Wars movies, but never understood the game. I now understand how to play Sabacc, which that was a landmark for me. I learned how to play Sabacc in this game. But it's one of those games where I feel it's fully immersive. You are living the life of a smuggler, and that's why I think I'm enjoying the game so much. So, to anybody out there that might tell you it's not a good game, that is completely false. It's a fun game. I'm loving it. It is definitely worth the price that I paid for it. I feel sorry for those people that started playing it earlier and had to lose their progress, because right now, if I lost 5 minutes of progress, I might set something on fire. So, but yeah, meeting up with all these vendors, and there are some really good cameos in the game too. Oh yeah, there's some cameo characters in there. It doesn't rely on any legacy characters,
Okay.
but they're in there.
Okay.
There are some that
Yeah.
you kind of see. Like there was one place I was crawling through some vents and happened upon an interrogation that was being done by a certain famous bounty hunter.
Nice.
And I just kind of, I took screenshots of it. I just haven't posted. But anyway, yeah, a lot of fun. Definitely worth the money. I think this game could be a little bit better, probably with a stability patch, though. I will not deny that the game does have some mechanics that need to be patched, but otherwise, if I wasn't doing this right now, I'd be playing Star Wars Outlaws.
Damn.
This is going to be hard to cut the show this week because I want to get back to living the life of a smuggler. Like enough that hey, this game deserves a sequel.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, I am fully in on it.
Alright.
Also, you get a cute like cat axolotl creature called Nix. Nix, Nix, like Stevie Nicks. Nix. Don't look at me like that. Stop it. Nix is
I
awesome.
think that's the makeup brand that I like.
Oh my god.
Oh, I do like Nick.
Check out Star Wars Outlaws. I'm having fun with it. 7.5 out of 10, definitely.
Yeah, NYX is one of the best like
Don't derail my
affordable
game.
makeup brands, their eyeliner, especially their liquid eyeliner, their marker eyeliners are absolutely iconic. So I feel like we're on the same page.
I will say it is a damn shame this game has not been released on Xbox yet. They are still waiting to get that one out, and that's
Well, the peasants can get it whenever they get it.
wow.
I mean,
I have an Xbox.
I have.
they
both,
also
so-
did admit that they lost the console war. So
I have both, and I got it on PS5. So there. Anyway, yeah, that's my review of Star Wars Outlaws. Good game. Enjoyed the hell out of it. I think I made it all the way around. All right, cool. Yeah. That has been our show, guys. We'll be attending some cons before we start to wind down for our break during the holidays.
Yeah.
We've still got time.
It's mostly the end of con season, aside from a couple.
Also, we have noticed there are comments that are talking about our sound could be better. We did endeavor to make those improvements on this show. So those of you that have commented on the audio before, go ahead and do it again and let us know what you think. Now, we are listening. We are viewing those comments. I did reply to all of those. We understand because we do want to bring y'all a quality product. So thank you for your criticism. We took it, and we're going to run with it. Anyway, that is it for the show. Of course, check us out on supercoolnerdshow.com. All the social medias at SCNS Live. If you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Threads, Instagram at JasonTheX.
Mostly Instagram's a good cast.
Instagram and Twitter, mostly Instagram at CorodonoArt.
And I'd like to thank my good friend Ben for dropping by to help us out with things.
Hey,
We really appreciate him taking time out of his day to come by and do some stuff for us. But anyway, that is it from us, guys. We will see you next week. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding.